So I am making teriyaki jerky. Yeah. Pork and beef. Beef is a little expensive, but went ahead. Pork was like $2.99, beef was $4.99, and so Lex asked for some, and I was like, why not? So I am laying it out right now. The boys are outside. Anthony is actually out there with the boys. I just gave him a sandwich because that's what I was doing. I was eating and I was like, you know what? It's a beautiful day. It is warm. It is due for a cold front again. So I'm gonna go outside. So I ate out there and then gave him a sandwich. Trying to find a tiny piece. Huh, booger butt. And then Lex and Mom just ran to oh, I guess that only goes one way. They just ran to Rite Aid, and so everyone's outside except for me right now because I'm putting on jerky. I'm gonna go ahead and do all the pork right now, do beef a little later. Smells good. But, so I hadn't been feeling good. I'm feeling actually really good right now. Some of the stuff that I was experiencing has subsided, which I am very thankful for. I was definitely not relishing the idea of having to go in. I feel like there's not much room. Is it every other one? I gotta check something real quick. Huh. They only sit the one way. Well, I guess there's a little more room than I expected. Anyway, so I think we're just gonna kind of hang out outside. And I know I said I knew what was for dinner, and I actually have no clue now because I don't remember to save my life. But something can always get figured out at the last second. I'm pretty good at that one. Yesterday I did a tri-tip roast in the oven, and I roasted cauliflower with it and potatoes, which normally do not work for me in the oven. These were puffy and a little overdone. So, I don't know what sounds good today. I can't get a hold of this stuff. Could have swore. Oh, anyway, so I made chicken bone broth, and I used a whole chicken, and then the first round it was cooked, but I wanted to get more of the nutrients out of the bones. So what I did was I peeled out the meat off of them, the whole chicken, and I used it to make a chicken salad. Just real simple. The only thing I didn't put on it was red onions, and I typically do, but the kids like to eat it also, and they don't care for the red onions. So I kept those out. Didn't do celery because Lex won't eat it. Mom doesn't like celery either. I'm okay with it in stuff. And every once in a while, I'll just eat it with peanut butter. So, I did raisins and mayonnaise, mustard, jalapenos in one, pickles, homemade pickles. Like, you guys can't see me. And then pickles, jalapenos. Yeah, I kept it really simple. And that's what I just ate for lunch, was that. And it definitely hit the spot. I was gonna make a sandwich with lunch meat. Forgot, but Mom's like, hey, can I get into this? And I was like, oh, I forgot. Okay. One bag of pork is completely empty. Hold on. Shook the bag of the other pork, so I ended up with 2 bags of pork and 1 bag of beef, because at $4.99 a pound it's kind of expensive. So anyway, so then I put all of the bones and kept like the carrots and all of that in there. And then I did it for another like 23 minutes in the Instant Pot. And then I was tired and, like I said, was not feeling good, so I went to bed fairly early. And so this morning I came downstairs and opened it, and it was just slightly warm. I forgot salt again, so I had to add salt this morning, and then I put it into the short little, here there, little deli containers. It is equivalent to 1 cup, and there we go. And so I packaged it this morning, marked it, and got it in the freezer. We are struggling with freezer space right now. We are so jam-packed. I cannot. I have been trying for a couple of weeks now to get a hold of rice and beans. It is nothing that I'm worried about running out right now, because we have those paint buckets. I do have quite a few right now, or quite a bit. Not like 10 pounds, 20 pounds worth, but I definitely have some. So I'm not too darn worried. But we like pinto beans every once in a while. Xander picked out tomorrow's dinner, which he wants tortilla soup. And I've got the beans, so we should be good. And actually I can kind of substitute some of it with dried pinto beans. And I'm just gonna make it in the crock pot. I could realistically put it in the Instant Pot, but I don't have to watch it that way. And then it's just, this is definitely a figure out meals kind of moment, and try to stick to them as much as possible, and then keep on top of what you have. That is what we have found has been good, because we literally were at Walmart the other day, did not realize how low we were on charcoal, so we ended up back there today And so that is the only thing that I can stress to you guys to limit your exposure, is to definitely kind of keep a list. And that is something I think I will probably keep going. That way I'm not overbuying and I'm not underbuying, and then we're running out, and then we're running out at the last second, because nobody knows how long this is going to last. We could be under quarantine for the 3 more weeks, or it could be even longer. I definitely last night really had to convince myself I didn't have any other symptoms, that it was just diverticulitis, and I get really weird back pain with it, and so I think that's kind of what helped my head be okay. And I went to bed, got a good night's sleep, woke up at one point kind of cold, because it's nice weather. Like, I think it's like 59, 63, somewhere in there today, and so I've got the house open. I can't place Jerky and talk, I guess. I say that, but I've been doing it. Anyway, and so I'm definitely gonna have to hide this. The kids do know I'm making it, but it'll definitely be one of those rationed kind of things. Last rack. But Anthony he loves the teriyaki. I have never tried to make any other. The only other type I have made was turkey. I've done turkey jerky. It was teriyaki also, because that is my favorite kind of jerky. My grandma used to work for a company in California that sold it, and because she worked there, we could go to this little, it's a place that they just sell it to some of their workers, and we used to buy it, and oh, I could OD on that stuff. I'm almost done with this bag. And yes, I'm the weirdo. My pork is on the bottom, my beef is on top, and I'm okay with that. It's all one flavor. I thought about peppering it, but would have helped if I had one non-dirty hand, and I didn't want to bother the kids. It's not going to kill us not to have pepper on it. Okay, there is very little left. The poor freezer is so overran that anytime anyone closes the freezer, or the fridge, it pops open the freezer. So, be right back. What temperature and time do I cook jerky on? Okay. $175. Oh, it's not in the oven. In a dehydrator. Okay, dehydrate 165. I got 160. And it takes 5 hours. Well, it is 1:30. I am going to tuck that in the back. And you can smell that it's warming up. So here's the other thing, is this is the first time we've used it. And I do like the fact that in 5 hours we will still be awake. And I don't have to worry about it. Well, that game didn't end well. Anyway, so I'm gonna quit blabbing. I'm gonna go outside now that I got jerky started, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love you.